Everyone, before we get into this morning's update, I want to give a quick shout out to all the fathers out there and also all the mothers who are doing double duty. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Take this day as a blessing and spend this time with your kids, because it only comes once a year. And not just that, every year we get a little bit older, our kids are that much closer to being out of the house, which it does happen just like that. I have a 16-year-old in the house and a 9-year-old and also a 3-year-old, but the 16-year-old, it's wow. But last night I came on about XRP, talked about how we had a little bull trap forming, and it should bring us up to the 492 or 494 level. Last night it hit right around the 494. I think it hit 4924 to be exact. Right now we're sitting at 0.4882. So in my technical analysis, if you're new, I do try to show the short-term and the long-term patterns at the same time. So I'll show two different charts. So just pay very close attention to that. We also need to talk about Prometheus. It's annoying me a little bit that this is like the chosen one by the SEC, and they're predicting that SEC is going to beat XRP Ripple in the lawsuit. So we're going to go over that, and I'm going to give you a little backstory of who they are as well. So make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics. I got to do this update now because I'm going to go to church at 11:30. I like to be around the spiritual people on Sunday mornings and see how many people still continue to have faith in this country. Remember, positivity over negativity. If you choose that positive mindset, positive things will be attracted to you. If you're negative and you play the victim, you're going to have that victim mentality and negativity around you. And you're going to surround yourself with people that believe in also being a victim. So we start with the winner's mindset. We're winners here. So we make winning decisions even in the toughest times. So today, our decision is going to be, is XRP topping out? And is that 494 a significant rejection area? Or are we trying to validate support here now? Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 9:41 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, June 18th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. First things first, this is what I was talking about in the opening. Prometheum founder says SEC will win Ripple lawsuit. XRP community reacts. We'll go into this article at the end of this update. First, I want to get into the XRP technical analysis, and yes, I have a little explanation of what Prometheus is as well, or Prometheum. So we'll catch that at the end. So right now, XRP maintains in that broadening wedge pattern. Last night, if you paid attention to the update, I talked about how XRP could possibly be setting up a bull trap, and I say that very fluently because we knew we were coming up to this 494 level. Talked about how we had to come up and retest the 200-day. This is oftentimes where it looks like you could have had a breakdown, but we did set up in the bull flag. We talked about it last night as this 4-hour candle was upon us. And it looked pretty self-sufficient, or pretty self-evident here that XRP was going to come back up to the 200-day and the 4-hour time frame and try to get a rejection. We talked about how you have to get on top of that 494 to try to push up and break out here. So at initial first glance, we knew we had to have a breakout in the next 24 hours because we have a futures traded or a thinly traded weekend that will cease to exist at about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when the futures market comes back online. So we do have a bullish cross here in the 30-minute time frame. And now, if you want to get on top of this and start pushing, we have to break that 494 level. Ultimately, in the 30-minute the 30-minute time frame, start using the 200-day. We have this bullish. We have a golden cross here in the 30-minute. 45-minute, we're up to resistance. The 2-hour time frame will be the big key indicator right now. That's all the way up there right now at almost 50 cents. So if we can break the 4-hour time frame resistance, which we're at right now. So here's the thing. In the 30-minute time frame, yes, we have a golden cross, but what always wins out? The longer time frames tend to win out. So when I talked last night about a possible the bull trap that would bring us up to 494, this is what's happening. We're having, if this plays out as a bull trap, this will play out what we were expecting. Now, The other part of this is if it were able to get above and break over, and what did I talk about yesterday? Don't get too excited until XRP could get up to 537, break and hold that. That's the only way to really invalidate this short-term movement. And then furthermore, you'd have to get on top of 585 double top to reverse up and out. But that could bring you back to the broadening wedge. So we watch for the 494 first, see if we can get on top of it, and then we have to break above this. It's very, very, very important to get back above 508 if we do break 494, and then possibly try to push that gap in between the 508 and 537. But as of right now, it looks like standard operating procedure. Not a lot of volume coming in. So the volume portfolio is pretty low. On this push up here, even we've had 4, 5, 6, 800,000, 1 million in the one candle. But on the pull down, we had 3 million in volume. So, I mean, on these bigger candles, so we're going to have to do something more impressive. 4.24 on the way down. We had 2.94, 4.24, 2.39. Now, the way back up, you've had 1.7. Then you have consolidation. Now over here you have 886,463. Yeah, that's a very low volume portfolio here. So we need to pay very close attention. Yes, there's a golden cross here, but we are coming up to that 494 level. We're looking for rejection up there. That would be our first sign of a rejection. And then we're looking to come back through the 482 level. Otherwise, if we keep it in the 4-hourly, XRP is trying to push up over the 200 day, and that's your first sign of a pattern correction that's successful. But we would have to get on top of 494, ultimately break 508 and push the 532 and re-break and take. So that's a lot of stuff we have to do. It does look like a bearish W forming, but it has hit that hit right here at the 4th time on the broadening wedge at the 46 cent level approximately. Now, if it does lose this formation and gets rejected, you know the technical target's coming down to 44 cents, and that's the inverted head and shoulders neckline. So that's what we're looking at this morning. So that's as clear as I can be with XRP. Now I want to talk about Prometheum. So, little backstory real quick. As for the cryptocurrency aspect, there's a digital asset called Prometheum, ticker symbol PMTH. Prometheum is a blockchain-based platform that aims to facilitate the issuance, trading, and settlement of digital securities. It operates on its own blockchain, utilizing smart contracts to enable the tokenization of traditional assets like stocks and bonds. The Prometheum network aims to provide a compliant and regulated environment for these digital securities, offering a new way for investors to participate in the global financial market. So that's a little backstory, and this is what I wanted to talk about. Prometheum founder says SEC will win Ripple lawsuit. XRP community reacts. So Aaron Kaplan, founder and CEO or co-CEO of crypto broker Prometheum, has recently thrown his weight behind the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. In a recent interview, Kaplan said the U.S. SEC would win the case against leading blockchain company Ripple. I anticipate the SEC will win the Ripple case as every indication points to a decision in the commission's favor. Kaplan said to host Bobby Del Rio in an episode of The Daily Show. Prometheum CEO, and he sure does. Blah, 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 okay. So this is what he said. This is what I want you to see.
I anticipate the SEC will win this case as really every indication points.
So make sure you hit that like button if you got anything out of this update. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to show appreciation for my work or you want to pay it forward. Video description below and or pinned comment. There's a mission statement of why you should join Tom's Army and how important it is to each and every one of you who are participants in Tom's Army. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Remember, got to keep that positive mindset here today. We've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of noise. So I want to end this by playing this 1 minute and 39 second clip, and then I will be releasing this to the public. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, video description below and or pinned comments. Uphold is our last stand. You can also use MEXC and or BitGet if you have the option. No spot fees on the buy and sell. You can future straight up to 250x long or short in the market. I don't advise that. So just make sure you keep that positive mindset. Make sure you keep a strong mental standing. That means mind, body, and soul, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to not play the victim, have that positive mindset, and positive things will find us. It's the law of attraction. So remember this morning, XRP, if we get rejected at 494, that could be a big rejection point. We have a golden cross in the 30-minute time frame, but we have a death cross that's been confirmed in the 4-hour time frame and a proper rejection at the 494 level where we're at would be a big signal down to 44 cents. Conversely, if we can get on top of 494 and ultimately hold 537, that would bring us back towards the pattern double top, but we have a long ways to go in this broadening wedge to get back up there. I appreciate each and every one of you, and once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Points to a decision in the Commission's favor. Just in November, a very similar case came about, which we mentioned before, with Library in the United States District Court for the District of New Hampshire. And in that case, the court ruled that a blockchain-based file-sharing network called Library violated securities laws by selling its tokens without registering with the SEC. The facts are very similar in this SEC Ripple case, so I expect a similar outcome from the Southern District of New York.
Okay, so let's assume the SEC wins, because they always seem to win. How many other people are they gonna sue? Like, I feel like they're making their point, and you said anecdotally, in your view, 99.9% of all the cryptocurrencies are securities.
He's in the backyard.
I mean, at a certain point, you can't just sue everybody, can you?
So I think there has to be you have to separate the different elements of this. I don't necessarily think the SEC is going to go after every issuer, every token issuer. I do think that there'll be a lot more attention paid to intermediaries, the virtual currency exchanges, the custodians, because that's where we've seen these centralized points of failure. Obviously, that's what happened, at least abstractly, with FTX. And it's what happened with other institutions. So I think what's really necessary as a first step and a major step forward is for the industry, particularly the intermediaries, to come register under the Federal Securities laws. And Chairman Gensler has said that virtual currency exchanges should register under the securities laws, which would mean that they would either have to become ATSs or exchanges. And I think that's a major step forward.